This past week, we were all saddened to hear of Pastor Brian's resignation. I know you feel the weight of that, as do I. His continuation as our senior pastor was not tenable. And unfortunately, there's been a lot of disagreement around that across our world, including, as some of you will have read by now, within our own board and within our own eldership. And I'm not breaking that news, it's out there. I'm just trying to summon the courage to face it. And sadly, as a result of that, it has become clear that we cannot continue in our global family as much as we love it. And so we have chosen this week to withdraw from being Hillsong Church. As information began to leak out as to what was in the report, and as the global board made the decision to increase financial controls within the churches, lead pastors were suddenly asked to sign NDAs and non-competes. Some of us couldn't do that in good conscience. And this has played out in recent weeks. It came down in recent weeks to the demand that we sign non-disclosure agreements and non-competes, meaning that if we were removed from our positions, we could not plant churches again within our community for at least 1 year. Last Saturday, after months of trying to gain approval to reseat our local board, we formally requested the release of our church back to us. Further, we also asked for our governance to be reseated, and we asked to continue under the label and banner of Hillsong Phoenix. We wanted to continue by returning governance and accountability, but even continuing with the banner Hillsong Phoenix for many reasons, including our love, our deep love for Hillsong College. Sadly, the board refused our request. And I was told this past week, it is, quote, all or nothing, close quote. We either had to allow the global board to govern our church and to own our properties, or we had to leave. And so with great sadness, I chose to leave. The board asked Pastor Phil specifically that we would consider holding the announcement to this coming week. My response was simply this: I can't hold this announcement to a Monday, a Tuesday, or a Wednesday, and then have 3, 4, 5 days lapse before I stand here before you. Just in the announcement being released over the last couple of days, information has filled the gap, and faith has been shipwrecked, and people are hurting, and they're confused, and they don't know the facts behind it, and that's only in the span of about 48 hours. I couldn't risk a week or 5 days to elapse. I love the global church and will continue to. But I also believe it is in the best interest of Hillsong Church to conduct an internal investigation as it relates to board conduct, to immediately restore the Sydney eldership, to make the findings of that public, and to dismiss the board members who have protected the institution and not the people.